Hey, the RC Shed here, just showing you the newest addition to the team is the Traxxas xo1. This was a real toss-up between this and the HPI Vorza, but in the end I have lots of stuff that I can run off-road, and I wanted to take it on-road. I really, at the beginning of winter, was going to upgrade my Rustler, was going to Mamba it, gear it, but I thought to myself, if to break stuff and put all that effort into getting it to go 100 miles an hour, why not start at something that went 100 miles an hour and then could take it even further? I went ahead and did the upgrades, a few upgrades to it. I added the sway bars. It actually offered two different sway bars. It offered a less stiffer and then the more rigid. I went ahead and installed the more rigid. In the instructions for the sway bars, it also says that you should only use these for 50 miles an hour and under. Anything exceeding 70 miles an hour, that you shouldn't use them. Obviously, you hit the turn, you turn left or right at 100. With these installed, it's going to go crazy. It'll, swerve way left or way right. I think how I will adjust this as I test and run will be just to mess in the telemetry end of it and then lower my steering rates. Ultimately, if that doesn't work, then just disconnection of them and or trying the less rigid sway bars will be the way to go. It's pretty streamlined. It's very cool. A lot of thought went into this. The body lines up perfectly with the chassis, so that way there's no air, there's no chance, very little anyway, of parachuting. I haven't done anything to weight it yet because I haven't ran it. I wanted to start out running it at, say, 50, 60, maybe 70 miles an hour. I'd like to get to know the characteristics of the vehicle, and before I send it on its way at 100 plus. So it's pretty crazy. I mean, look at the size of that ESC. That is a monster. And then this can is the biggest can that I've ever seen in person. It's a 1717 Mamba Monster Extreme, they call it. Obviously, it added the Castle fan to it as well. Also, I seen in a lot of the other videos that were done, the guys had problems with pebbles getting into the inside of the car because, as you see here, it has air that flows up under the car to help cool the motor. I went ahead and figured I'd try curving this right away. I added a steel mesh to the air cooler, or the air channel, so that way it could help keep some of the pebbles down, and hopefully that'll work. I put a lot of hot glue on it, as you see. That way it hopefully won't come off. And I mean, other than that, I'm waiting on an extension too for my cooling fan. That way I can run it to the box and get all that hooked up. But it's really a heavy car. I think it's 10 pounds. It's pretty amazing to sit and look at and work on. It's pretty cool. There was a lot of thought that went into this car, as we know from watching other videos and seeing the things. The diffuser here is pretty awesome. The underneath is it's all pretty. I mean, it's really it's going to be a blast to run. I just know it. I went ahead and installed too the front splitter on it. I figured I'd run it no matter what on it. I mean, if it was to change characteristics at lower speed, then obviously it's 3 screws to pull that back off. I will be starting out running this with 50C bias, 5,000 milliamps. Hopefully that'll be pretty good. The ultimate goal, I haven't ordered them yet, will be a set of max amps. That will be 150 True C, 8,000 milliamp batteries. Buying them mainly for the boats, and hopefully can run them in this. I don't know. I don't want to blow it apart. It's might be a lot. So, but a lot of thought went into this. This is a real cool toy. I'm glad I purchased it. Bought it from Pacific Coast Hobbies. It was $6.50. Free shipping. Took me about a week and a half to get it after the e-check cleared. So, I mean, to me it looks like a lowered Slash with a longer drive shaft. A lot of aluminum on it too. As you can see, in the hubs, the shock tower, the shocks are a lot of metal. Possibly would upgrade, in the future to metal A-arms, but I don't know. Probably good to have plastic in some spots. That way you have some give in the game of running it. So as you can see over here, I got the body too. That's an Emax xo1. Look out. No, I'm just kidding. That's another project for another day. But yep, this is the xo1, and can't wait to get it out and start running.